Hi guys, really simple video today. I'm going to go through basically a book review because I found this on the shelves and I thought, you know what, let's see what people are reading, let's see what's out there, and let's see what people are publishing. The full disclosure, I have read the first few pages and I'm not a big fan of it, but let's see what we do like, because I try and see the benefit and everything and the positive things and everything. So this is called the little book of big weight loss, which, you know, it could be a good thing for everyone. Hopefully I'll find some good nuggets. While everyone is different, here are the health benefits I gain from eating like this. Weight loss of 30 kilos, wow. Low risk of diabetes, better blood pressure, low cholesterol, decreased visceral fat, which is very important, might I add, which will help you with blood pressure and also diabetes. Glowing skin, sharper brain, easier to run around with kids. I love those ones. Well, you've already sold me. I want all those things too. So let's read into it. Great things that are not done by impulse, but by a series of small things brought together. Vincent van Gogh. So it's got some really nice quotes in it. It's a very nice, colorful book, might I add. But here are the rules that I live by every single day. Rule number 1. I don't eat sugar, especially fructose. Why? It can make you fat. It's that simple. And that's what's already got me off. Sugar does not make you fat. Fructose does not make you fat. It kind of gives you the impression that as soon as it touches your tongue, you're fat. That's not the case, everybody. Do not fall for this one. Not happy with this book already. Then it tries to, you know, kind of guilt you into it by giving you a little sign here that says you either go sugar or health. Not the case. Everyone, you're allowed to have fruit because, you know, if it's good enough for an athlete, it's good enough for you. You just got to do it in a smaller interval than an athlete because they're doing it professionally. Rule number 2, I mostly don't eat processed foods. Now, I have nothing wrong with this. I try and stay away from processed foods every now and then, not all the time. And the reason why people say that is because processed foods do not give you the same satiety as everything else. And satiety is how full you feel. So think about this. You're going down to McDonald's, you get a cheeseburger, smash it down with some large fries and a large Coke, sounds delicious, but then you're hungry again in about 20-30 minutes because it's processed simple sugars, which is rule number 1, basically fructose. And yeah, you don't get as full out of it. So one of the biggest things is simple sugars, fructose. I think the reason why she said number 1 is because it doesn't keep you full, then you want to eat something else. But fruit, which is fructose, gives you good vitamins and minerals. Processed foods doesn't give you the satiety. I see the relationship, but not quite there. I don't drink fizzy drinks, soda, or fruit juices ever. Now, this is not an absolute rule. Obviously, now that I've read this into a little bit more depth, as opposed to me just ranting off on Instagram, this is all to do with what we call the empty calories. Now, empty calories is not actually a medical term, everyone, but empty calories means that it's eating something with a high yield of calories that actually doesn't give you any contribution to, say, energy output or satiety, which makes you want to eat some more, which is where the fructose comes from, which also comes to something like processed foods as well, and fizzy drinks. So empty calories, so to speak. Number 4, drink plenty of water. Well, why not? That's a good thing. I don't buy diet or low-fat foods. What's the justification? Why? Often diet foods contain more sugar and salt to compensate for the lack of taste from missing fats. Just because they've got diet in the name, it doesn't mean they're healthy. I see what they mean, like diet food doesn't mean synonymous with healthy, but at the same time, everything needs to be done with dosage. And if you know what the dosage response is, you're going through to it. I'm going to skip this one because that's pretty boring to go through. Number 7, I finish eating at 7 p.m. and don't eat again till 10 a.m. Overnight fasting is associated with increased cellular repair and fat burning, and it's fat burning. All right, I'm going to give you a bit of a science lesson here, and also an analogy too, maybe. If I gave you $1,000 to spend in a day, and you ate it, and you spent it between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m., and then I give you another $1,000 in on a different day, and you did it between 7 p.m. and 10 a.m. you didn't spend it, who truly saved more money? You still spent $1,000 either way. So nothing to do with fat burning, is actually a bit of a lie. That's why intermittent fasting can be useful, but it's not the end or be all. Oh, rule number 8, the first contradiction. I limit my fruit to 1 or 2 pieces a day and I don't juice it. That's a lie, because you don't eat fructose. And that's probably the lesson why I tell a lot of people, you can't believe everything out there now. This is an unregulated book in industry where people go, this is the fallacies or this is the myths that I follow, despite the fact it worked for me. And it does kind of make me mad, because in this industry, it is widely unregulated. You'll see a lot of scams out there, which is why I'm getting a book. I'm not saying this is a scam, but there are some things where it's confusing. And I truly believe that people out there don't do it with the intention to hurt or harm or be misleading, but without knowing it, you are. I walk at least 10,000 steps a day, or exercise for the equivalent. I like the second part, exercise for the equivalent. And the reason why I say this is because I walk 7,500 steps. I try and hit that every single day. Don't have my watch, don't blame me. But the reason why I don't aim for 10,000 is because that's going to take me 25 minutes to be able to get those last 2,500. I'd rather save that 25 minutes to actually do a workout in the gym, because that's going to be more beneficial for me long term. Building muscle is going to be more beneficial, but that's where you have to find out where steps will get you so far. You actually need to load the muscle to be able to burn calories and also burn sugar and all that kind of stuff, and build muscle, build metabolism. I always read food labels. I like that idea, but sometimes you need to be moving into the stage of being intuitive without having to read a food label. And what happens if you don't have a food label? I know, if you've been following me for a while, I'm a big fan of counting macros and counting calories, but as a definite rule that you do every single day, maybe not all the time. I'm different though. Rule number 11. This is the one that probably a lot of people go, whoa, I eat clean foods. This is the thing, and this is the problem about clean foods. Ask 10 people what a clean food is, ask them what a clean diet is, and more than likely all 10 people will be correct. The reason why is because the definition of eating clean or clean food is subjective. For some people that might be, I eat a keto bar chocolate bar, I'll have a salad, I'll have a protein shake, and have a small palm piece of chicken. That's technically okay, but is that truly optimal enough for you? And this is why no matter what things are, it needs to be put down to 1 and 0s and numbers before it become intuitive, and then once again, dangerously subjective as well. So, not a fan of that one. Ooh, I don't know if I'm a fan of any of this. I drink coffee first thing in the morning. When I wake up, I have time to... Then she breaks her fast. Look, not like I'm saying that that's a great thing, but I happen to do that coincidentally. Actually, I had a protein bar before this, and it's only like 9 o'clock. Number 13, I drink green tea over any other tea. Well, all teas are great. I mean, it has benefits, obviously, green tea with this thing called EGCG. I'm not sure what that really means, but natural potent antioxidants. But is that really the only reason why you drink green tea? I drink it because it's Japanese and I like it. Number 14, I get 9 hours of sleep a night. Hey, look, I would love to get 9 hours of sleep. If you could help me out with that, that'd be great. But I probably have other things to work on, unfortunately. Not everyone can get that, and I have learnt. I mean, I try to get at least 7 hours, but 9 hours is quite a bit of time. In a perfect world, maybe I'll get 9. There's always an optimal amount for each person. I don't eat fast food. What? Number 15, I don't eat fast foods usually. This is getting confusing now. Contraindications everywhere. Contradicted yourself. So, you don't eat fructose, you don't eat simple sugars, you don't eat unprocessed foods, you eat clean foods, but I don't usually eat. This is where some of the rules, like less is more, eliminate some of these rules. Like I would have got rid of I eat clean foods and just said, hey look, I have the 80-20% rule. That'd be probably better. I keep to a normal portion size. Food portion sizes have gone up. And I agree with this one, but what's a normal portion size? So for example, for me, I eat probably 2 meals per day, maybe 3. And when I eat my 2 to 3 meals, they're usually larger than most people's because I don't eat throughout my day. And So is that a bad thing? No, because at the end of the day, you're kind of going through the whole day and looking at, once again, the analogy of money in, money out. How much are you actually putting in throughout the whole day? That's the most important thing. Now, when should you actually start looking at meal timing? Meal timing is an important one to look into when you are starving. So the worst things that you can do, like rules are like, don't go to the shops hungry, because you go to shops, you buy the worst thing possible, especially grocery shopping. Another rule would be like, if you are not eating for 10 hours and the first meal you want to eat is you just eat everything and then you just roll out of bed kind of concepts. Those are things I don't like people doing. I'd rather have people eat a little bit more frequently. But if you don't have those problems, then your portion size doesn't matter as much as your whole day intake. But indirectly, you're affecting your whole day intake by telling yourself that you're reducing your portion size. Can you see where we're going with this? That's what I want people to understand. Because I have met some dietitians and professionals who say, I don't believe in counting macros, I don't believe in counting calories. I just believe in portion sizing. Now, I wish I asked a bit more questions, but I got a little bit triggered and Arnold clenching his fist kind of thing. It's kind of like saying, I don't believe in counting money and what I spend and what goes in and out. I just be more careful about what I spend my money on. That's indirectly the same thing, or directly the same thing. One of the two. You have to believe in what in goes out before you can start saying that I believe in another thing. So this is why I teach so many people to be able to count their calories, track their macros, and then teach them to be intuitive. But it's like trying to teach a 2-year-old the concept of money and time when they don't know how to earn money or time. Here's $5, they want to buy a house maybe, but you can't do that. You tell a kid 5 more minutes, and like 5 minutes to them is like the longest in the world because they don't actually understand the concept of time. And you're like, 5 minutes is up, they go, no, it's longer than that. It doesn't work. You have to get people to measure time before they actually understand what the feel of it looks like, intuitively understanding. Oh, all right, we're going through all the food stuff. I eat my leafy greens with a good fat. I always carry snacks. What snacks are you carrying? Cashews, almonds, hazelnuts, macadamias, pecans. 2 tablespoons of pine nuts. These are all nuts. But these are also really high fat foods. For every 1 gram of fat, you're looking at 9 calories, if I did that right. So if you're having like 30 grams of like 20 almonds, you're probably looking around 15 grams of fat, 10 grams of fat. Cut up veggies, good. Berries, hummus, boiled eggs, cheese. Where's the protein at, yo? Protein is going to keep you fuller for longer. Did you know that? Also has a higher thermogenic effect. Actually, funny enough, there's nothing mentioned about protein in this book. So are people starving or even building muscle? Do they know that building muscle helps them burn fat? Prepare for your day or week with food prep. Yeah, look, that's pretty standard. Everyone likes that. Rules for the mind. Ooh. I listen to my body. Stop eating when you feel like you had enough. Remember, it takes 20 minutes for your brain to get the signal that you're full. I like this one. I like. I try my best not to get stressed. Yeah, tell me that one. I don't know how to do that. I don't believe in conventional wisdom about weight loss. Ironically, it's a person closing their ears and megaphone. But you just said that you also have fructose, but don't have fructose, and then you have clean foods and you don't. Hunger is not your friend. I like this one. Don't starve yourself. I think a big one is a lot of people feel the need to always be full, but also a lot of people feel the need to have pain. And there's this thing where people go, the more pain it is, the more pleasure it should be. That is incorrect. They're not directly correlated at all. Don't get me wrong, there's some correlation where some things need to get worse before they get better, but there has to be a threshold to it. So when I meet a lot of people, they think, oh, that workout was way too easy. No one good workout gives you the results. And even saying that, your good workouts don't dictate what your result's gonna be. It's actually gonna be your worst workouts that kind of dictate where your result's gonna be. You could have a horrible workout, but you might actually still be productive than not doing anything at all. So take that with a grain of salt, everybody. Too much energy today, I had coffee. Say hello, everyone. Number 26, take the media with a grain of salt, not literally. Nah, don't listen to the media unless you're tuned into momentum. Stop counting calories. No. Anyway, I'll go through that a little bit more in depth. Counting calories is going to be essential. It's like when you first, I'm going to relate it to me, when you first move into your house, you have your own house, you have your own rent, you have your own business, whatever it might be, you need to know what goes in and what goes out. You need to understand how to auto debit your mortgage repayments or auto debit all your bills, and you need to know what goes in and out. And then after a while, when you get a flow of it and you're counting it in and out, in and out, in and out, then you become intuitive. That's when you can stop counting calories. But those who measure can manage more. When should you stop counting calories? On special events, when it's time to have a bit of a diet break. I don't believe in counting calories for the rest of your life, but you should understand when to start, when to stop. For example, December, this is my December. On the first week of December, it is wedding anniversary. On that week as well, we also have Momentum's birthday. Then after that, we have, what else do we have? Ooh, if I get someone, this would be bad. And during the month, we also have sister-in-law's birthday, dad's birthday, father-in-law's birthday, Christmas, New Year's, and wife's birthday. So there's 8 things, and all 8 things require a cake. All 8 things happened, twice per week, sometimes 3 times per week, sometimes even 4 times per week. I'm not going to count calories during this month. I'm going to train. I'm going to keep my habits up. I'm going to try and use my intuitive eating to be able to help me maintain and work towards my goals. But I also have to understand that during December, during this diet break, it's not going to be perfect. I'll probably gain somewhere upwards of 4 kilos. I think last year I went from 86 to 90 kilos January 1st. And then after that week passed, it literally in 7 days, my weight went from 90 kilos down to about 87 or 86 kilos. Now that's nothing about weight loss and fat loss. That was probably just carbohydrates and sodium and the fact I was eating so much less. But that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to enjoy my December. So hopefully that gives you an understanding that yes, you can still make progress without counting calories, or no, you shouldn't be feeling guilty about enjoying the process about a time of a year. Now, obviously it's very easy for my life because I've understood all my life throughout the year essentially. December's a busy time, September's a busy time, and also apparently January and February is also a very busy time with Chinese New Year and other celebrations and my friends' birthdays. But I've still got another 8-9 months of the year to be able to go, yep, that's where I'm going to concentrate. And hopefully you guys start seeing everything as the glass half full, not the glass half empty, because everyone's busy, everyone has things going on. But what are your imperfect actions going to do leading you forward towards your goal? Waving my hand like a Jedi out here. Be kind to yourself and think positively. I like that one. Oh, look, I'm going to look at the good things in life, and I'm going to look at the good things of this book. I'm going to finish it off with this one. Celebrate your wins. Now, the biggest thing about this one is celebrate your success and tolerate your plateaus. You have to know when to start celebrating, and if you don't set that goal for yourself to be able to celebrate, then what's the point of looking after this? Now, for everyone out there who doesn't know, I am looking to be fit by 30, so you can see the series around here. Let's see if I can link it. And the goal of that is basically to show people my imperfect actions, despite the fact I'm working long hours and I'm confusing myself and my injuries are hurting me. But these imperfect actions are leading me closer and closer to my goal, as opposed to me waiting for the perfect time. And once I hit that goal, in 26 weeks and 5 days now, and I know that because there's a countdown timer app on my phone, I want to celebrate that. So you need to have a time, or you need to actually have a goal. Now, if you don't know how to set a realistic time and a realistic goal, you need to get someone professional to be able to help you out. And that's where you need to try and find out when those imperfect actions are going to help you. So for everyone else out there, I hope you really enjoyed this. If you want to watch and subscribe to my Fit by 30 over here, feel free to do that. You're just going to see me struggle. This book, look, I'm not going to lie, at first glance I was like, I really hate this because of the whole sugar and I don't eat sugar and the ambiguity of it. But looking at and trying to find the positive things in everything, can't say that I don't like it, but I can't say I hate it either. So everyone out there, hopefully this gave you a bit of an insight. I did kind of go into the mindset I'm going to rip it apart, but when you finish off on such a good note like that, I guess that's all that matters. Thank you everybody for watching this video. Like, comment, share and subscribe. If you found this is useful, share it to a friend. Hopefully And especially with a book like this being such mainstream as well, I literally just picked this up on a book on a normal bookstore. That means heaps of people are buying it. And that means that some people either are confused with it or want to understand more about it. And hopefully this video will help, either bust some myths, help some people, or explain it in a little bit more depth, especially coming from myself, being a personal trainer and exercise physiologist for the last 10 years. And I only want the best for you guys. So thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up. And if you want some free stuff, head over to the description box. We've got recipes, cookbooks, we've got what to do when you eat out, we've got home workouts, we've got lots of stuff to help you, and my favorite one is My Fitness Pal, so check that one out. Take care everyone, and keep building momentum.